everybody. So, I have a story to tell you. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Iowa State mask. Go Cyclones. Um, so today at Netlify, we had a big company event. It was like a big celebration. Normally, if we weren't in a pandemic, they'd send everybody to go and like be in San Francisco, sing karaoke, get company updates. It was this whole thing. But because we're in a pandemic, we did it remotely. And my coworker Jason and we said that we would do the presentation for our team on our updates. And we thought, hey, you know what, Jason, you kind of look like one of the Netlify founders. What if we both dress up like the Netlify founders? So we wore our Netlify t-shirts, and we were just like, yeah, this will be great. Except the Netlify founders are both men with beards. And so my coworker Jason, he's lucky because he had like the beard and the bald head, so he already met up with one of them pretty easily. But then with me, I had to draw on my beard. And along with this whole beard thing, I like put my hair in and made like bangs and stuff. And then I realized I did it with a waterproof liquid eyeliner. And because I moved recently, I don't know where my makeup remover is. And I tried washing it off, and it doesn't come off. So, this is who I am now. I was thinking I might try dish soap or something, but like I've been in meetings all day, and so I haven't had a chance to like really take some time and get this off, and so this is who I am. And anyway, I was proud of my effort. Here, actually, I'll show you the full comparison really quick. Let me zoom in on this picture that we did. One second, I'll show you. We did a pretty good job, right? I was very impressed with us. Everybody got a good kick out of it. It was funny. We got some laughs, and plus like they're both like Danish men with very thick accents, and so my coworker Jason was like, "Good morning, Netlify," which is how our founders always say it. And then we gave our updates. One of the other founder, Matt, he always goes, yeah, in meetings. And so I was doing that while Jason was doing the rest of the intro. And so it was very fun. We had a great time. But again, didn't fully account for removing the beard for the rest of the day. The one thing I'm actually fairly worried about is right after this stream, I'm going to be on the Twilio Bubble Sort show, and I think I'm just gonna have to go like this, and apologize and probably tell this story again. And so, yeah. Anyway, it's just it's gotten to the point where some of my coworkers who have seen me in multiple meetings, they're just like, "Oh, hey, Cassie," like this is just regular now. It's not even a joke anymore. Yeah, so anyway, this is me. Hello. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Yeah, luckily, like, I think I did a good job. I tried to, go around the cheekbones and stuff, Yeah, you'd prefer this story than the how I got into coding story for the 14th time. That's because you're just consistent, Jonesy. Thank you for watching all my stuff. But yeah, I've told that story so many times. Why do you never know about the stream in advance? I do have it. I try to keep it Thursdays at the same time every single day and make an announcement on Twitter. But yeah, I don't know. But how did I get into coding? Well, actually, I don't feel like telling the story. Go to my GitHub, github.com/cassidoo/AMA. The story is there, I think, twice, /AMA. I added a table of contents there recently, so you can get on that one. Quarantine rules. No need to take off any costuming or joke aids until the end of the day. Yeah. Well, and I kind of want to make a TikTok now about, I don't know, me versus the men, and maybe just film the man part and try to stitch it together later, just because I have it. I might as well use it. But what can you do? This is it. Do I have affiliate? Would I turn on subs? I think I've been very close to affiliate. I keep hitting like there's 4 requirements to get on Twitch affiliate. There's a stream for a certain number of hours, I think 12 hours, have at least 50 followers, and have at least like 50 or 100 people chatting at the same time. And then the last one is stream for 7 days in a given month. And I keep being at 6 days. And last night I streamed Fall Guys, and so today is the 7th day. And so I think after this, I can turn on subs. So thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Do I announce all the streams on GitHub? No. Where would I do that? Do people make announcements on GitHub like that? I usually do it on just Twitter and send the notification here. You did computer eng at Iowa State. Nice. Oh, at Nassau Hall. What a great building. So my secret of at Nassau Hall, that's the computer science building at Iowa State. In a lot of buildings on campus, there's nursing rooms attached to the women's bathroom. And as you know, there aren't a lot of women in computer science. And so that nursing room at Nassau Hall was always empty, which made it the ideal nap spot. I napped in that nursing room in that hall, in that building, so many times in between classes. Oh, it was great. And it might be dumb, but hey, it worked out. And then we ended up kind of just making it a little study session. Like my sister and I and a friend of ours, we would just hang out in the nursing room attached to the bathroom because nobody would bother us. It was amazing. It was very, very quiet, and if the library was crowded, it was perfect. Hello, everyone. I think I missed something. Can't put my finger on it. I don't know. What advice would you give to someone giving their first conference talk? Ooh, I would say figure out for yourself, do you talk a lot or are you very, very concise? Because that will help your timing. And if so, that's where you can adjust it. Like, for example, with myself, I riff a lot on my own conference talks. And so I always plan for the conference talk to be if it's a half hour, plan for it to be 20 to 25 minutes because I know it'll be longer. But I know some people where they end up talking really, really fast, and also most people try to go too fast when they're first talk. So try to fix that, go a little bit slower, breathe whenever you're about to say but but for that, really just, if you tend to go really fast, plan for 35 minutes. If you tend to go really slow, plan for 20 minutes, just to give yourself that buffer. I think that really, really helps. And also don't over practice. Practicing is good depending on the content, but don't over practice. Let's see, create a repo and say I'm going live. Do people do that? Is that a thing? Is this a snap camera lens? No, if only. It is actual drawing on my face. Yeah, it's rough. Oh, you liked the Fall Guys stream. Yay! My emotions, that game. So for those who didn't, okay, people are curious about the dots. I don't have a child, so no, it's not my kid did the dots. So with the beard, long story short, at Netlify we had a big event and I was pretending to be one of the founders of the company, and so I dressed up like him and did my hair like him, and the beard won't come off, and so it's just, I'm keeping it for the rest of the day, and then I'm gonna just shower a lot and try to get it off my face. This is what I gotta do. Yeah, if only I had a beard command, darn it. You liked my astrophotography pics, thank you. I don't do photography on a regular basis or business or anything. This camera right here is actually my first fancy camera, the Sony a6100. This is a perfect face. Yeah, I know. I was just like, darn, if only I didn't do the Hamilton one already. I was gonna try, yeah, dish soap or something. Have I tried to remove my skin? Not yet. But anyway, I am not a very good photographer. It's just something that I like to try on occasion. Um, no, oh, you just got the Twitch notification. Oh no. I'm sure that they have to like roll it out and there's some DevOpsy answer and all of that. I thought you wanted to look like you have more privilege. I do. Did it work? Please? Yes, I forgot to shave today. The autofocus is acting a little weird. It was acting really weird yet last night too. I'm not sure what the deal is because I didn't change anything. But it is better than it was last night. Last night it was so dark because I don't really have lighting in here that it just was going nuts on there. What's my process for blog writing? Well, it depends on what you want to write. If I'm writing, oh right, fast question below that. Realforce versus HHKB versus Ergodox. Probably Realforce because I have one of those. Ergodox is closed. HHKB I wasn't a huge fan of. But anyway, for blog writing, it depends on the blog. I just actually put one in review, and so one's coming out. It's a tutorial for using Next.js and Contentful, so that's coming. But typically, if it's like a tutorial, I just take notes as I'm building out the app that I'm going to write a tutorial on, and then I paste the notes and add paragraphs in between. Otherwise, if it's just a blog on some subject that's not a tutorial, I do those less often, but I do them sometimes. That I just kind of figure out, I start writing and kind of figure out the story along the way. And then once I'm done and kind of get to my general conclusion, I go back and like add more of a thesis statement and more transitions and stuff. So I kind of conversationally write out the ideas first and then make it a bit more professional later. That's more of my process. How is Joe? Joe is well. He's in a meeting right now. Why streaming? Why not? Oh, Charmander's trying to steal the focus. That makes sense, because I did position Charmander's face a little differently. Whatever. Maybe the wrong place. What advice would you give to someone who aspires to be a principal engineer someday? Ask lots and lots of questions. That's really... I've found that the more junior a person is, the less questions they ask, which is kind of opposite land, but get really specific with your questions and ask them, because that'll help you learn faster and go. A lot of times people are just like, oh, I should know this, and then they don't they don't ask questions. I used to do that all the time. And yeah, just keep asking questions and try to build your knowledge as much as you can in meetings, elsewhere. Don't be afraid to ask how something works. Oh, you liked my course on Scrimba, thank you. I have tried a Speed Silvercherry keyboard. It's fine. It's basically Reds, but with a shorter actuation distance. Are we getting a code stream today? Yeah, I figure we'll touch on our Pokemon game again, probably. Should be fun. We're gonna need regular updates on the attempted removal of the beard. Yeah, I have a feeling it's just gonna be me being sad and my mother being disappointed in me. She even was just like, can't you just like put your hair over your face and do it? I was like, no, it has to be a stubble, and she was right. What is the horrible beard? Yeah, long story short, I was doing an impression of the CEO of Netlify, and it was successful, but now I can't get the beard off. Or rather, I tried washing it, and it's very waterproof, and so I have to try other things harder later. Why did I try streaming? I just thought it'd be fun. You should maybe behind Joe play some instrument or make weird noises. I don't need to bother him in his meetings. He can bother me though. It's a new filter. Ha 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 ha. You're putting together a Lily 58 Pro. Ooh, nice. I like 60% boards. Shorter worn a mask. Yeah, when I started the stream, I started with a mask to do a big reveal of the beard. What if I want to ask a question, but I don't want to sound like an idiot or sound like I'm an impersonator? See, that's the feelings that we all have especially when you're earlier on in your careers. You're not an impersonator, and it's very normal to ask questions. Whenever A really good example of this is when I was in school, I would sometimes go to the PhD dissertations and stuff to watch people defend things. The people who asked the most questions were the most senior professors. And sometimes they were very, very obvious questions where even me as an undergrad, I was just like, man, why are they asking that? But that's what the most senior people do. And what's great about asking all these questions is, let's just say you're stuck on a problem. You're just like, oh, I've been working on this for a half hour, but I should know how to do this. I should be able to do this. If you just ask someone, even if it's just a rubber ducking thing where you ask them and as you're talking it out, you figure it out, it really helps. And that's a very normal thing. Don't worry about being an impersonator, because you're not. You are in the place where you are for a reason. Did I start streaming after coming in Jason's stream? No, I didn't. I watched Jason's stream, but then I had some meetings, and then I came back here. Can I explain why most of the React team devs don't recommend the usage of Redux for state management? That's because the context API is great. Context plus reducer hooks is basically 99% of Redux without unnecessary re-renders and stuff if you do it well. First time here, hello. What is the Twitch about? Usually coding and some chatter. Baby oil or coconut oil? Yeah, again, I moved, and so all of my normal stuff is packed away somewhere. And so I kind of gotta just find things. Yeah. 25% code, 25% keeps, 50% beard, and 100% reason to remember the makeup remover. Correct. 1% evil, 99% hot gas. Yeah, be the idiot. Oh, hi, Christina. Yeah, CM Gorton, what's she saying? Be the idiot because you'll learn quick and surpass people, because you're probably not the only one with that question. It's very normal. What happens if I connect the dots? I can make a little constellation. But yeah. Are you teaching us something today? Because I came in to see the beard. Well, I can. Or you could just stick with the beard. Wonder how many times we're going. Oh, you have to drop. Goodbye. Have I tried a Speed Silver Cherry keyboard? Yes, I have. I mentioned that earlier. It was a Ducky keyboard, and it's great. I actually ended up selling it to a friend. But if you like linear switches, perfectly fine. They're basically red switches, but shorter. That's all they are. They're not particularly fancy. How's been my new job at Netlify? It's been great. The team is lovely. SpongeBob button. Where's the subscribe button? Thanks. Again, hopefully I can get one after this stream. We'll see. I've been saying that to juniors at my workspace. Yeah, it's hard to get people to speak up, and I get it because I have been there. But all you have to do is just be like, seriously, trust me. Though, as soon as I started asking more questions, like, I'm not even kidding, I became a tech lead very fast. And it's just because people were just like, she's discerning. And it really works. It's a thing. How to deal with imposter syndrome? Know that failure is inevitable, you're not alone, and you're in the position you're meant to be. And after that, you'll be fine. Again, I need to have some kind of command for explaining the beard. I was pretending to be one of the founders at Netlify, and the beard won't wash off. Yeah, pretending to know what you're doing is a great way to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Correct. There have been so many times where I'm just like, oh no, I got into this position where I don't know if I can actually solve this problem. And then once you're out on the other side of it, you're just like, okay, I did it. Onwards and upwards. It's very, very normal. Are null checks in JavaScript mandatory as a coding best practice? Depends on what you're working on. Also a sign of a more senior developer is saying it depends a lot, because that's often very true. Yeah, Stack Overflow, they're trying to improve, and I think that they have been doing well, and that's actually, if you don't know, I write the Stack Overflow newsletter. Between me writing the newsletter and a few other community initiatives, they're trying to be more welcoming in the community, and there's a long way to go, but they're doing better than they were, and so hopefully it keeps improving for sure. Questions to ask my managers during one-on-ones? I never have any questions to ask. how can I improve? What are some things that you think it'd be good for me to take on to get to the next level? Just that kind of stuff. That it's those are the very simple ones. Even if it's just like, is there anything I can take off of your plate that I can help with? People love being asked for help and stuff, and being offered help too. It's really great. And Scrabble's saying, yeah, so some companies aren't great about supporting those who ask questions, but those companies aren't worth staying in. Yeah, for sure. Sign of a senior dev: draws on face until has confidence to instill his confidence to stream. Yes, correct. I'm rolling with it. I feel the privilege flowing through me. And now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post a joke on the internet and not care about the replies. It's fine. Jason's jealous of my beard. Hey! Jason J. Langsdorff here. He's the one who is in that image that I showed. The one where I'll pull it back up again. So for those who didn't see it earlier, this is what we were doing. We were pretending to be the founders of Netlify. It was a very, very funny gag. People liked it. This is why I have a beard today, and it'll come off someday, but today is not that day. But yeah, I know, I kind of do look like Jonathan Ness with the whole long hair now. But this is the reason behind the beard, people. Yep. What can you do? Question for managers: Emacs or Vim? Vim. Done. Let's see. Unwanted dots. You should use a list style none. Ha 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 ha. Good one. Could I please teach usage of context today? Potentially. Sure. I don't think I heard you answer my question. A post on Twitter with over 200 likes on Twitter claimed that context is not a state management tool. Then what is it supposed to be if it's not like, that's what it is. Who tweeted it? We can talk about it. But I mean, context is made to be able to share things across different applications. And one second. I'm pulling up resources, people. We're gonna talk about it. Okay. So, we're back on here. Look at this dot. Pretend that we have a tree of things. This is our application that just has various things. For example, this could be a component that might have forms or whatever. There's all kinds of different things in this application, where this top level thing right here is the app. And I know that there's ways to like do things where I can do like Shift L. Oh, look at that, app. See, yes. And so with this app up here, we have all of these different components. We could say like, let's just say this one is some kind of like layout of some kind. And oh, I accidentally put that on the wrong dot. Anyway, there's all kinds of different nodes. Let's just say this node right here wants to get state from this one right here. In that case, you could do prop drilling, where it goes down like this. And I think I actually have a little thing, toggle prop drilling. Yeah. Where I can do some kind of prop drilling. Does that work? Look at that. Where it gets passed down from node to node. And so you can do this, and that totally works. But what if you didn't want to do some kind of prop drilling? Because for whatever reason, something might happen with that state at this level or at this level, but you want it to be shared across the whole thing. That is where context comes into play. And I think I can do, yeah, look at that. Now it's beaming. Context comes into play. I can have some state that's defined at the app level, and that means this component here and this component here can have access to the same variable that's defined up here in app. And you probably know that these applications can get very gnarly and very, very big. And so if you want something all the way over here to share something all the way over here, you could prop drill down. You can totally do that. It'll work, but there's things that can happen in between. But with context, you can share that across different things. Now, I will say you have to be discerning in that case, because you don't want to have all of your state changes to be at this top level. But in that case, for example, right here, I can just make this a provider as well, where up here in the app, I can have some kind of provider for authentication, let's just say. But here, this one is going to be something that is more like, ooh, I totally just locked my computer. I'm sorry about that. Right over here, I can make sure that this has its own provider that's for like Spanish speakers or different colors or something. Anyway, that's what context is for, and you can use context with state management. And if you combine context and reducers together, that's where you can create a state management interface of some kind. This tool, I used to work at a company called React Training. If you go to reacttraining.com/tree, it's a tool that we made for teaching this kind of stuff. But yeah, you don't want unwanted re-renders because you have all of your state changes at the very, very top. You can put things at the bottom. Does that make sense? I'm passionate about this subject, so I wanted to really get into it. Let's see. Yeah, making a presentation on the fly. That's what we do. But yeah, what font is used here? Mona Lisa. I think I have that in like ! Editor command, I think. I only just set up my commands, so it's new. What are refs? Refs are variables that can persist across state changes, a changeable variable that can persist across state changes but doesn't trigger a re-render. What I don't really understand, if a leaf component changes something in the context, will that re-render all of the app? It's very smart about it, and so it won't re-render everything. It'll re-render what is necessary that uses that variable to render. And so it's pretty performant in that regard. Have I used recoil? I haven't, so I don't really have thoughts on it. Can I explain use refs with the tree diagram? The tree diagram won't really help with that, because all I would be is just wiggling a node saying, hey, a variable can change in here and nothing will happen. It'll just be a variable you can use. But you like the confetti? Thanks, I drew it. But refs are usually used to make DOM changes. Okay, so this is, I can get into whole lectures on this, and so I'll try to not go too deep into this. But with refs, they're typically updated with useEffect, and useEffect is where you make imperative changes in your application that are not necessarily state-driven changes, but it can stay in sync with state. And so refs are variables that can be changed, that can be used, and that can be attached to a DOM node. And so you can actually access the DOM that's in the browser that is separate from like the virtual DOM that React understands. And so, for example, one thing that I've used, have you used, what is it called? It's not CodeMonkey. It's, there's some library for highlighting code. I know that like CodePen uses it and stuff. To use that editor, it requires a text box that it can attach to. If you want to attach that to a text box with something like jQuery, you can just be like $, selecting the box, or you could do document.getElementID and then get the text box and attach it. With React, because it's a different kind of DOM that they would be interacting with, you use a ref to attach it to that text box. And that's why. It's because the virtual DOM and the existing DOM are different. Let's see. Ken earlier was talking about using refs instead of use state in most cases because of perf. Is that because of the re-renders? Yeah, pretty much. Whenever I see people using refs, honestly, I mostly see people using refs when they're making libraries. In applications, you do see them sometimes, but it's usually someone making a design system or a library for that reason. It's not necessarily dealing with some kind of user interaction or something. Is that coronavirus on my mouth? Yes. Have I done much coding on embedded system stuff or mostly web stuff? I have left embedded systems in the past. I have done it in the past, but not so much anymore. Yeah, just like Jason said, it steps outside of React, so when you're doing non-React stuff, it's less work for the browser. It interacts with the DOM that is in the browser rather than the virtual DOM. I've been programming so much. Aren't functional components with hooks kind of overcomplicated and compared to class components? Oh, honey. Okay, go to my stream video from last week, because I go into that in a lot of detail, so I don't really want to get into it again, but watch the stream from last week, because I do clarify that. Long story short, no. Class components require you to use certain lifecycle methods, and functional components with hooks had a lot more flexibility, and it lets you make more purely presentational components and being able to abstract out your business logic and stuff into hooks so you can just import what you need. It's great. Yeah, it's definitely the other way around for sure. Where can you read more in depth about the info I'm talking about? Yeah, oh honey. Okay, why am I wearing a beard? I'm sharing my screen again, so we were making fun of people. We were doing impressions. Useref is confusing. So if you want, I made a Scrimba class on this exact subject. I don't mean to shill it, but I did make a Scrimba class on this exact subject. And so if you would like to check it out, go to scrimba.com. I'm pasting the URL, and it's the first one on the homepage, the Building Reusable React. In that course, I go into this in a lot of detail with exercises and stuff. Sorry, I'm banning some people right now. Anyway, hooks versus classes really clicked for me when watching Ryan Florence and Michael Jackson talk about it. Yeah, and hey, I used to work with Michael Jackson and Ryan Florence teaching React, and so a lot of my explanations are working with them. Please keep only the mustache and say, I'm Evil Cassidy. I'm Evil Cassidy. I almost did this because this is normally my mustache stuff. Haha, beards. Sorry, 1 second. You can't say certain things on this channel that is not family friendly. And so I am getting rid of some terms and timing some people out. I apologize. Anyway, keyboard stuff. What are the best form validation React components libraries to use? I'm one of those annoying people who likes to roll my own for that kind of stuff, even though I probably shouldn't. And so I don't have a recommendation for you because I try to make everything myself when I probably shouldn't. Sorry. You can auto mod stuff. Yeah, no, there are some auto mod things, and there's just a couple where I wanted to jump in there myself and make sure it happened. React hook forms? Cool, yeah. It looks like a bunch of people are recommending it, so go ahead and do it. Yeah, go for it. Oh, and I saw that there was something up there. Thought on what's the best way to figure out what you need to put in the useEffects dependency array if you can't use an ESLint tool. Long story short, if the effect needs to stay in sync with a variable, that variable typically is state, uses state, or affects state in some way, put it in there. Otherwise, don't worry about it. You can completely remove the dependency array, but then the effect will run on every state change, and so you have to decide if you want to do that. Otherwise, you can have an empty dependency array and have it only run on mount. And again, I get into this a lot in the previous stream if you'd like to watch that, otherwise I can do things. Have I tried other non-JS frameworks or other JS frameworks? Other JS frameworks, yeah, I've tried the Angulars and the Vues and stuff. Other non-JS ones, I used to be a Python and Django programmer, believe it or not. I did that. I was a backend dev for a while, and then I've done Java before as well. Don't worry, fam. I have some mods. They're around. What are my hopes for the future? I'd like to go outdoors again. That would be nice, and not have to worry about a virus affecting people. You know, that's my main hope for the future. I'd like things to be settled so that way we can. I know it'll never be truly normal again, but I'd love to be able to travel again and not have to worry about these kinds of things. Have I much experience with HTML5 Canvas or 3JS? Canvas, yes. 3JS, no. Every time I get into 3JS, I end up getting frustrated and stop. I actually took a WebGL course in college way back when, and this was kind of when WebGL was new-ish and stuff, and 3JS wasn't a thing. And that was a rough class. WebGL it's a fascinating thing because it's such a state-driven language and stuff, and so it's interesting. It's not my cup of tea. I'd like to be better at it, but I haven't dedicated time to it. Stop over engineering forms. Yeah. You've tried Svelte and you think it's the future. Ah. Well, with all of these frameworks, here's what I think will truly happen in the future of dev stuff. I think a lot of the libraries we're going to be using and a lot of the frameworks and stuff that we'll be using will be kind of framework agnostic in a way. Like, I like seeing a bunch of different things where they'll say you'll be working on some library that gives you some tool. For example, XState is a really good library example. You can use XState with React, with Vue, with any other kind of things because it's just the generic thing that you want to use. I think the future of libraries is more generic things that can work with whatever tools you prefer to use, for sure. Agnostic things is important. I think we'll return to normal in 2 to 3 years. When do I hit affiliate? I think today. We'll see. Hopefully a subscribe button will exist, and if it doesn't, it's fine. I'll just keep doing what I do. When am I dropping a new video? I just kind of make them up as I go. I don't really have a schedule. Best animation library for switching routes or loading a list. Animation libraries, I really just like React Spring, but I don't know if that's what you want. When did I write my first line of code? 2004 or 5? It's been a while. Does React make use of observables? Not really. Have I heard of Michael Reeves? I have not. My teeth are so white. Thanks, I brushed them. Am I the only one who is extremely confused? Nope, I am too. You've been liking 11T? Yeah, 11T is awesome. Yeah, you need emotes. I'll get them eventually. Well, we'll see. Twitch partner, you need to stream like 12 times a month. That's a lot of streaming. I'd have to... I might have to like break up the stream across days or something to be able to do that, because I have a job, people. It's a lot. 12 streams in 25 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. Because Jay Lengsdorf, who's been posting, he has a very active stream, and it's a lot. I'm very impressed with it. It's a lot. Ah. Thank you for liking my beard. Have I tried Framer Motion? I haven't, but I've heard it recommended. Yes, I don't smoke. I brush my teeth, and that is how I take care of my teeth. Yeah, the only thing would be streaming more. Yeah, we'll see. You can't stay. Okay, bye. Have a good one. See you later. Yeah, streaming for 3 to 4 hours. Like, after this kind of stream, I'm exhausted. And already after this one, I'm going to be in 50 minutes. I'm going to be on Twilio's stream. Again, I'm just going to have to explain the beard there. And that's going to be a lot of talking. It's a lot of time being on. I do twice a week, and I won't ever hit partner unless I add 1 more or 2 more days a week. See, that's a lot. Yeah. Ugh. I like the idea of it, but that's like dedication. The people I know who have ended up becoming partners, they've quit their jobs to do it full time. And as much as I appreciate the concept of that, yeah, Twilio is on Twitch. I think it's just /Twilio. We'll find, actually, I'm going to find out really quick. Twitch.tv/Twilio. Let me see. I think that's it. Well, we'll find out. They stream a lot, so I think that's it. Yeah, it's /Twilio, and so I'll actually probably raid that channel when it's time for me to bounce over. But I'll paste that in there. Yeah, partner is intended for full-time streamers. Yeah, and I like the security of a salary, and streaming, that's a lot. Content creation as a career, it sounds glamorous, but it is so much work. And so I don't know if that's my jam. Are there any streams when people pair with juniors or newcomers to JS? Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know. It seems cool. I could see that being fun. I could see that being potentially fun. I wouldn't want to accidentally frustrate someone. Many devs from Twilio stream on Twitch. Well, their DevRel team is amazing. That's the long and the short of it. They basically defined DevRel. They were one of the first really big DevRel teams, for sure. Am I from Iowa originally? No, I'm from Chicago. But Iowa State, gotta love my Cyclones. Why I picked the school? A variety of reasons. I applied to like all the science and tech schools in the area. What a lot of people don't know is the full name of Iowa State is Iowa State University of Science and Technology. It's very much an engineering school. And at Iowa State, I just loved it. I visited a bunch of different campuses all over just the Midwest, again, Chicago. So in Illinois, I did like U of I and Northwestern, and then in Indiana was Purdue University, and in Iowa was Iowa State. And I even looked at other ones more south, and I very quickly realized I didn't want to be a Southern Belle. But I visited like Alabama and Baylor and stuff. And anyway, I just liked Iowa State the most, and they were great with scholarships and stuff too. And so I was able to graduate without debt, which is really that was my ultimate goal. I've done this. Oh, you've done the junior pairing. Yeah, it can be really stressful. It's one of those things where, like, I would be worried for the other person being worried about. I would be worried about them feeling like they feel dumb or something. I wouldn't want them to do that, and so I'd have to figure out something in that regard to if I were to ever do something. Do I conduct webinars and workshops sometimes? I do sometimes. Like I did one at Jamstack Conf, for example, and I do talks at conferences and stuff on occasion. Sometimes paid, sometimes not. Yeah. There's a level of performance when you're with another person. There's a level of you have to kind of know what you're doing, honestly. And so, like for example, with Jason, he brings on such awesome people from all levels of experience, and his stream is great. But also, Jason is a very good like person to pair with. I don't know if I'm fun to pair with, so we'll see. You're going through my Scrimba course, and it's the best one I've ever attended. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What is Scrimba? It is an online Scrimba.com. It's an online class platform that it has a nice web IDE where you can pause as the instructor's typing and write your own code in there and see how it works. It's a really cool experience, and that's where my course is. Let's see. About pairing with new developers, it's important to make sure they understand when you're starting, you're going to make lots of mistakes. Yeah, and I've done this before with smaller groups, and it's gone pretty well, and like you don't have to treat them like they're babies or anything, but it's very easy to get frustrated when you're not sure about something, and so there you go. Yeah, it is okay to not know something, and that's something you have to emphasize to people, that it's okay to not know something, it's okay to be new, because we've all been there, just at different points in life. And again, I'm pulling up my screen again because people are asking about the beard. My coworker Jason and I, Jason who is in the chat, chatting it up with us, we pretended to be the founders at Netlify today, and so that is why I drew on a beard, and it won't wash off because I'm an idiot. And that's all I can say about that. I'm gonna work on removing it later. But yeah, if you go to learnwithjason.dev, Jason's stream is really awesome where he pairs with a bunch of different people twice a week, and it's super cool. Yeah, Jason's beard is also fake. You don't want to see what's under there. I'm kidding. Jason Statham. Ha 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 ha. I feel like it'd be interesting to see Jason without the beard, but I've seen like photos from your past, and you just look like a different human. It's just an empty space where chin should be. Um, Last stream you mentioned asking Scrimba if you could get codes. Did they end up providing any? They didn't, but they ended up doing one better. They made like you can subscribe to their site for 50% off right now. And so do that because it's like $19 instead of the usual 40. And so you can get, instead of just my course, you can get all the courses if you subscribe. And so that was the conclusion of that. And so you can subscribe to Scrimba. Yeah, it was generous of them. Should I quit my job as a React dev to become a garbage collector in Java? If you want to. Not my cup of tea, but if it's yours, go for it. I don't have any clever Java jokes. I only know that they all need glasses because they can't see sharp. Ha 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 ha. So stupid. Well, anyway. Does anybody have any other questions? We could get to coding. I'm kind of nervous about getting into our Pokemon game again because I have the bubble sort game with Twilio. And so this might be better as just a hangout sesh. Principal garbage collector does have a nice ring to it. It's true. Yeah. I have a Java joke, but it's too big to fit in this chat. Ha 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 ha. So good. Have I seen the Hungarian bubble sort dance? No, I have not. I'm very curious about it, though. One of my mods is Hungarian. I'll have to tell him to dance for us. Did I see the new Storybook release? I didn't. I haven't actually used Storybook before. I probably should just because it's so recommended. I'm going to look it up. Storybook. React. I should add React there, otherwise I'll just get storybooks in there. Component Explorer. Oh yeah, I have seen things like that. It's cool. I haven't used it, so I can't really speak to it. But yeah, it seems neat. There's this other one that I like watched a demo of and it seemed pretty cool and I'll share it, and it's called Plasmic. And Plasmic, it's basically like Figma plus React, and so you can, you know what? I'm not gonna play the demo. Long story short, you can like draw out your components as if it's like Figma, but then it generates React code for it, which seems cool. I'm curious to see how clean the code is, because whenever I've tried no code or low code tools, I end up getting very frustrated because I end up having to code anyway. And so we'll see. But Plasmic seems cool. I'll paste the URL in the chat so you can check it out. What camera I'm using? You can do the command for it. The exclamation point camera. It's a Sony though. I can't look at you after you said you eat pasta with ketchup. I never said that. What are you talking about? That's offensive. Who eats pasta with ketchup? That hurts my heart. How dare you? Don't accuse me of such things. That's all I have to say. Wait, isn't that literally Webflow? Webflow is different because I don't think it's just React stuff. I've always thought of Webflow as more of a WYSIWYG-y type of thing. Yeah, I think I do have a label. Like, pasta and yogurt, why are you even asking that? People. Like, ah. You used to be what? I think I missed it. I found out my mom puts mayo on hot dogs. Oh my heavens. I'm from Chicago. I don't even put ketchup on hot dogs. That is not where it belongs. Although, so there's this hot dog place in Seattle that is good, but it has like very experimental hot dogs. And so when I first had it, I was nervous but curious. And they have this one that's awesome, and it's the PB&J Seattle dog. So bear with me. It has peanut butter, smoked raspberry jelly, bacon, and cream cheese on a spicy hot link in a hot dog. It was amazing. It tasted so good. Just that combination of all of that stuff, so good. Highly recommend trying it out. It was great. Oh my gosh. Wow, I really want a hot dog now. That sounds delicious. Um, anyway, you have one question. Why? The beard? Because I feel like it. It's not true. It was a terrible mistake. Did I see Apple removed Fortnite from the App Store? Did they really? No, they didn't. I saw that Fortnite did that whole we're making a stand against Apple pricing. Fortnite App Store. No way. They did! Crap! What? They removed it? Okay, so for those who don't know the news, this is insane. So Fortnite added 2 new pricing options to its mobile app. They said you could do the regular pricing option that goes through the App Store, or you could buy it through the Epic App Store for $2 off. And in doing so, that kind of worked around Apple's rules, and they just kicked Fortnite off of the App Store. That's nuts. Oh my gosh. Because Fortnite has like quite the following too. Especially like they were the ones that made PlayStation allow crossplay across different devices. So that is a move. I am very intrigued to follow this. Dang. How will this play into the EU case going right now? I don't even know. Oh, whoo. You've had that put on a burger, a PB&J burger. Interesting. Jason made eggs with jalapenos, pepperoni, and cream cheese. Interesting. Wow, I'm starving. This is delicious. So yeah, they removed Fortnite for working around the App Store. That is crazy. Oh, I love how spicy that is. Sounds gross, tastes amazing. I believe it. We met before at a passcode for the kingdom. Oh, nice. That was a hackathon I went to. Oh, you worked with my husband, Joe? Cool. Joe, someone knows you. He's working in a meeting. Otherwise, I'd have him say hi. They took the unfortunate step of violating the App Store guidelines. Oh my gosh. That is nuts. How old am I? Guess. Because I've been getting some mixed responses on this, and I'm very curious to see if people actually know how old I am. You'll never know. You'll never get it. Ageless, timeless. That's the correct answer. Thank you, Jason. 45, but it could be the beard. Yeah, that's true. Fortnite had it all planned. They put a 1984 style video in the game. I love that. Whew. I'm actually a vampire from the 1400s. Correct. That's why I don't eat garlic. Just kidding. I love garlic. There's some answers here. Younger than React. That is not true. Although sometimes it feels true. Yeah. The beard adds 10 years, the camera adds 10 pounds, and the smile subtracts 20. I don't know if that's true. Y'all don't have to guess my age. You could probably find it if you stalked me on the internet hard enough, but I'm in my 20s. How about that? That is nuts. I'm in my 20s. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know any more beyond that. Yeah. Man, I'm so into this Epic Games, this battle royale between Epic Games and Apple. This is, I'm so hyped. That's gonna be great. So will I go through a phase where I go from cassidoo gray to cassidoo the white? So many people have made that joke today. I get it. Gandalf. I haven't actually seen Lord of the Rings. Don't tell anyone. I started it though. I started it recently, and then it was the 4-hour version, and I was tired. But it was fun. I would like to finish watching it. But yes, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Don't be mad. 20s in which calendar? 1920s. You uncultured swine. I know. I'll watch them. Hobbit is greater than Lord of the Rings? I have heard the opposite when it comes to the movies. Have I played Fall Guys? Yes. If you'd like, you can watch my stream from yesterday where I failed miserably constantly. I am not that great at Fall Guys, but it's fun. It's really good for getting the rage out. I'm gonna share again for those wondering why I have a beard. It was for a joke, and I don't have makeup remover, and this is a very waterproof makeup, and it won't come off. And so I'm going to try dish soap after my various streams and meetings today. It's a thing. It took me many years to realize I never watched the second Lord of the Rings. Oh no. Why don't I use Linux as a daily driver? Don't feel like it. I think of like operating systems as like bicycles, where with Windows it's a pretty standard bike. With Mac it's a pretty fancy bike that's functional, sometimes has some weird choices, but it works. And then with Linux it's bike parts. And I don't feel like putting together my own bike sometimes. I just don't feel like using Linux. I like using a lot of software that wouldn't work. Have I ever fallen asleep while working? Like while working or while like trying to work? Because I've taken naps before, but yeah. What's my favorite VS Code theme? Night Owl is pretty great. And speaking of which, Night Owl, Jason. 1 second. Thanks. So there's this theme called Night Owl that is great, and Jason, who is in the chat, made this very awesome website for getting a Night Owl t-shirt, and all the proceeds are, all the profits are going to Black Girls Code. And it's a great initiative, it's a cool shirt. Check it out. I just pasted the tweet in the chat if you'd like to check it out. I look like Richard from Silicon Valley. Oh no. I see it though. Oh, darn it. A bike without Fortnite. Ha 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 ha. Spaces are tabs. I have tabs mapped to spaces. Yeah, this I posted it in the chat here. Did you not see it? Did it not work? Did I ban myself? Did I not post it in the chat? Oh, look at that. It posted on my own device, but it didn't post here. I'll try it there. Now that should work. We'll see. But that should work, yeah. I think I self-banned. Oops. Hello, oh, first time here. Welcome. Best shaving cream? Haha. I don't know. JavaScript or Python for machine learning? Probably Python, but there's some good JavaScript libraries. Anyway, I put the link in there so you can look at it. Brace is on the same line or new line? Same line. I used to be fair, I did used to be a new line person. When I write Java, I tend to put it on the new line. But for JavaScript, I don't. For a variety of reasons. And actually, there's a whole giant bug that happened at a company I used to work for, where it was because someone did the brackets wrong, and it literally made some people's payment information apply to other people's accounts because it had like a weird caching thing that happened, and it was bad, and it resulted in a lot of terrible prod things. And so same line when it comes to JavaScript, because terrible things can happen. It was a very, very bad day. You're gonna start a new, better job next week, and you're gonna work with React. Yay! I'm in it for the long run for that Harry sponsorship money. Yeah, we'll see if this works. Java is same line, C# is new line. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, my chat does have font ligatures. Look at that. Look at that in the thing on the side. Isn't that cool? Did they not test it before? Yeah, it was like a silent bug. We didn't actually realize that that it applied to users until someone reported saying, hey, this isn't my credit card information. And we're just like, what? And then just the number of people that were affected, it was not good. It was very, very bad. But hey, I don't work there anymore, and it was fixed within a day. But it was rough. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just do it on the same line with JavaScript. And if you don't know why, it's because if you actually look at how JavaScript works, JavaScript kind of implicitly puts semicolons on every line. And most of the time it's pretty fine. Like you can do curly braces on the next line and it's kind of smart enough to figure it out that like if you're defining a function, it works that way, but not every time. And in certain cases, it can result in terrible things happening. So there you go. Yeah, it's a very good thing it didn't happen in Europe, for sure. Fortnite made a weird video on YouTube saying it got blocked by Apple, making fun of... Yeah, no, the Fortnite 1984 night. Also, why you should not jump into the no semicolons bandwagon. Yeah, I use semicolons, but if a project doesn't use them, I'm okay with removing them. But I tend to use semicolons because of that. Honestly, it's because of that incident why I try to use semicolons in my own projects, because I'm afraid and I want to have a little bit more control. I can control everything. Something tells me it was my line of code. It wasn't. I promise it wasn't. I was just a part of the aftermath that had to help fix everything later. We had so many retros after that. Quick notes on tabs versus space. Tabs help visually impaired people who can change their IDE settings to increase tab size. Oh, spaces cannot do that. Interesting. I did not know that. One thing that does bug me, though, is that GitHub's tabs are like 8 spaces wide. That is extreme. Make it 4, at least. By default, that drives me crazy. Came from Fall Guys, stayed for bracket chat. Nice. Do you use Prettier? I do. Brackets, new line or same line, Python guys. Ha 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 ha. Maybe a linter helps with that. It can. It's a thing. Was there a QA on that project? Yeah, I mean, again, it was fixed. It was one of those things that we didn't realize it happened until we got user reports. Yeah, I don't think you can configure GitHub's tab sizes. I'm not sure. I'd have to check because I'm pretty sure you can't. Why use semicolons? Because something like an immediately invocable function is where it starts to get a little bit hairy. And so that's why I tend to do that. You had an issue in a repo with an automatic code formatter. Okay. Best extensions that I use in VS Code for efficient React coding. Honestly, I don't use a lot of extensions, although I just got Wallaby and Quokka. Have y'all heard of those ones? Let me pull it up. Wallaby JS. As you can imagine, it's done by Australians. But it lets you like run JavaScript just in real time as you're typing things, and so you can just kind of see how things work. I've seen some friends of mine use it, and so I wanted to try it out. So I got Wallaby and then Quokka. Hang on, let me scroll down and find. Quokka is relatively similar. It's rapid JavaScript prototyping, and so you like as you're typing things, it just shows the result right away, and you can see how that's loading right there. Anyway, I just got those, so I can't really speak to them yet, but they seem cool. Wallaby and Quokka. Setting up Wallaby sucks? Oh no. Okay, well, good it seems cool. I haven't used it yet. I literally just got it like 2 days ago, and I was just like, this seems fun, and then I've had meetings and stuff, so I haven't gotten too into it. But they seem great. We'll see. I do love how it does it. You can change the tab spacing in GitHub with a query parameter. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Because I have definitely gone through old repos to be just like, okay, editing that, editing that, editing that, because I didn't like how wide the spaces were. You're using Plasmic? How's the code in Plasmic? Is it good? Like, that truly is my concern. If the code is like, is it something that you have to edit a ton to make it actually work with your code base or what? Auth0 is raiding with a party of 8. Wow! Thanks, Auth0. You guys are awesome. So kind. Hello, friends. Can I ask about the beard? Yes, you can. I've described it a few times already, so forgive me those who already know about it, but at Netlify, my coworker Jason and I, we were doing impressions of our founders, and I drew on a beard to do so, and I used a very, very waterproof makeup, and I can't find my makeup remover, and so this is how I look now. And I will be trying to remove it later. This is just what I gotta do. Anyway, let's see. I've always liked about Golang, it has Go formatting. Oh, nice. Cool. Auth0 does have a Twitch. I've watched it a few times. They're great. Oh, they're hiring. Good to know. Yes, but anyway, that is why I have a beard. Would olive oil work? That just sounds slimy. I guess I can try it. But Twilio and Auth0 are here. Hello! Oh, hey friends. Wow, the pressure's on. I'm going to be rating the Twilio stream after this, so that way we can do our bubble sort game. It should be pretty fun. Hoo, 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 hoo. Yeah, I should have made a beard command. I did not think ahead. Should have definitely done it. Oh, you're over here having API conversations. Cool. We've been talking about JavaScript and tabs versus spaces and all of that fun stuff. Oh, Twilio. The ultimate combination. Yeah, Jason, those beard and grow things work on your channel, not so much on mine. We'll try it someday, though. I'll just end up using yours, and people will be like, who's this bearded guy on Cassidy's channel? We got Auth0 and Twilio in here. Yep, everybody, it's the fuzz. Look calm. Act natural. What do I do with my hands? Cheese it. Yeah, you're not the fuzz. I'm kidding. You're very fun people. Ha 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 ha. Yep, that's my editor. That's my camera. I don't think we have time to do any coding today, but we can talk about code all day long. I love it. I love doing that. But yeah, my color scheme, if you'd like to see my color scheme, I can pull up more code so you can look at it. Let me pull up some things. This is what my color scheme looks like. It's pretty cool, yeah? That's Hack the Box. And I'm using the same font in the stream as I am in my editor, Mono Lisa. It's pretty great. Yeah, someday I'll get my own emotes. It'll be great. Until then, not so much. Yeah, have I ever done anything with Lexers? I haven't. I don't know what Lexers is. Pokemon banner. Yes, so for those who are new to the channel, typically we start with like a chatting sesh where we hang out and then we work on this Next.js app that we've been building from the ground up on the channel. But because I'm jumping in on the Twilio stream, I didn't want to get too into it because I tend to code a lot and lose track of time. And so we're not doing it this time, but we'll probably get into it next time. It's a fun little game, and actually it is hosted on Netlify, and so if you'd like to try it, sound warning, because I didn't add volume checks or anything, but if you want to check out the Pokemon naming game, you start the game, and actually I'll play it right now and you can see it, and hopefully it won't be too loud. I think I turned off the desktop volume so that way it won't affect anything. But in the Pokemon naming game, it's very loud in my headphones. I can do Pikachu and Charmander and Ditto and Mew and Pidgey and stuff. And anyway, when you do that, it tells you your score. My score is 5 because I named 5 Pokemon, and then you can start over. And so that is what the Pokemon naming game is. We've been building it from the ground up. It's very, very fun. Jason very kindly let me use his Cloudinary so that way I could host the sounds in there. It is Gen 1 only for now. I wanted to get the Gen 1 stuff out of the way first. Oh, you have a JS Blocker plugin? Fascinating. Why? Also, does this use... It's using the Poke API for names. It's using the Poke API for some things. Because of how we've built it, it was kind of like a funky patched together thing. We're going to have to clean it up at some point because we're using a local sprite so that way we don't have to query the API too many times for the sprite. But we're doing some fun like validation stuff with the Poke API. Am I open to trying out other VS Code themes? Of course, always open to that kind of stuff. How many lines of code is it? I don't think it's a ton. The game component is 176 lines. But I've been breaking it up into different components, so there you go. I previously said that I used Django. What are the cons in your opinion? I mean, I used Django because I was a backend dev, and that was what my company used. Django is very structured for better or for worse. If you really like the structure that Django provides and all the resources that it has, it's great. If you still want to use Python, but you want something that might be a little less powerful but more flexible, you could use something like Flask. I switched to JavaScript, so I don't use either. You've recently switched from Sublime to VS Code. I like it. Yeah, I like VS Code too. I was actually a Vim user for a very, very long time, and it took me a while to convert over to VS Code. But once I did, I was like, dang, it is pretty nice to use a real IDE rather than Vim with just all the hacky extensions I throw on it. I still use Vim for some things, but VS Code is pretty dang nice. The Vim extension is a little bit... it's not as fast as I want it to be, but it's getting there. It's getting better. Me encanta tu barba. Eres no más. Gracias. Too much backbone. Ha ha ha. Have I used Sublime? Back in the day. I haven't used Sublime in a while. I think I used it in college, maybe. Is VS Code an IDE or text editor? It's more of a text editor, but you can use it as an IDE because it has like more integrations and stuff that you can add, for sure. I'm moving towards Vim because the VS Code Vim extension is bad. Yeah, I do like how fast I'm able to jump around in Vim. I do miss that, but again, VS Code's nice. Can't complain too much. Yeah, the massive extension library is pretty dang nice. Yeah, out of the box it is more of a text editor, but you can do so many things. Like some of the powerful things you can do in it, I didn't even know you could do. There's one thing, if you look up one of the founders of Venmo, Cortina, he has a really great blog and everything, and he wrote an essay on how he basically hacked VS Code to become his main note-taking tool. And it was kind of amazing how he had it set up with structures and linking to different notes and everything. Let me see if I can actually try to find it. I think it's just cortina.nyc. Yeah. One second. I'll find the post and paste it so that way you don't have to look for it yourself. VS Code. Oh, did he hide it? Oh no, wait, there it is. VS Code for Markdown Notes. Oh, I accidentally added a bookmark instead of copying the URL. But anyway, he has this blog post called Souping Up VS Code as a Markdown notebook. I just pasted it in there. But yeah, it's impressive. He went through a lot of steps. It is, again, a pretty dang long post. Long story short, he made an extension, and so that's kind of the TLDR of it. But it has Vim key bindings in that notebook too, and so hey, if you want a Vim Markdown notebook in VS Code, it's a very interesting approach. There's a job posting React I'm seeing, and they need 9 years of React experience. You could be just like, I have bad news for you. There's a Rome research clone using VS Code open source on GitHub. Oh yeah, Foam. I saw that. It's interesting. Do I use the Vim plugin for VS Code? I have, but it's a little slow, so I haven't used it much. It has gotten faster though. I do try it on occasion to see if it might be good. I just got a ton of messages and I don't know why. Oh, that's not important. Great. Cool. Just wanted to make sure something wasn't on fire. Anyway, what's with the beard? Oh, you know what? I'll just show you that it was for a joke and now I can't wipe it off. Twilio, if you are still here, I will be having a beard on your stream because I am a fool who did not plan to wipe off this beard. Honestly, this is why you should just apply for a job even though you don't meet all the requirements. Yeah, it's true. You should meet about 60% of a job's requirements to apply. Yeah, make a beard command. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to hear. What should it say? It should say Cassidy has a beard because she's a fool. Just leave it at that. It's the most truthful response. Should be great. Oh, I just realized we're doing tech check at Tool, but the actual stream is at 2:30, and so I guess I won't be raiding that channel. I'll raid another one, and we could say, hey, you should raid Twilio at 2:30 if you want to join. No worries. Oh yeah, Obsidian.md. That one is cool. I checked it out. It seems neat. I like that you can style it with your own CSS and stuff. I think it's very neat. I will say I don't like that I mean, it doesn't have cloud backup, and so pros and cons, but you can kind of hack it if you do like a Dropbox folder or like a OneDrive folder or something to connect everything, so that could work. Gotta bounce, it's been fun. See you later. Bye. Twilio, yeah, pass the baton. I mean, again, because tech check is at 2 and this stream was going to end at 2, I can't really raid unless you want to. Yeah, you know what? I'll pass. I'll figure it out. YOLO. It'll be cool. Hello, hi, Patrick. Hi, Patrick. Yeah. Anyway. Killing it over here. Should I grow a beard? It'd be kind of tragic if I could. Or would it? Could be a very fruitful circus act. Did any of you see Greatest Showman with the bearded lady in it? She could sing. She wasn't a real bearded lady, but it was great. Make the beard command in a clip of Cassidy explaining the beard. Yeah, I feel like that's necessary. I'll do that next time. I do want to make some kind of like TikTok or something on Twitter with it, but I'm not entirely sure what. So far, I did make one just kind of for myself that I shared with my coworkers, where it's mostly just me after the meeting realizing I have nothing to do. That is what I did after my work meetings. I was just like, I don't know what to do with this. But anyway, probably do something more clever, or I'll try to come up with one anyway. How many hours before the Twilio stream? It is in 40 minutes. 40. 40 minutes. You took my React course on Scrimba and it's so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Son, are you winning? My cousin texted me the other day and he was like, I've become a real meme. And he said, I've been playing Minecraft and my dad walked in and said, are you winning, son? And I was like, this is it. It's real. It was very exciting. Oh, first time I've been able to catch your stream. Oh, you were at JSConf Hawaii. Nice. Wouldn't you love to go back to that? 40 minutes, or no pressure, I guess I better finish setting up. Nah, we don't even need a check. We'll just go for it. It should be great. Oh yeah, you live in Hawaii. Must be nice. How's quarantining and stuff there, actually? I've heard that In some parts they've like loosened up, and other parts they haven't. I know who's winning on Twitch right now. It's Shroud after his comeback. Who's Shroud? I don't know who that is. Should I do an ASMR stream next? It'll just be keyboard noises. Should be great, right? You need to go back to work? No. Oahu has seen major spikes in cases. 355 new ones? Dang, that's rough. Ugh. Oh, he's a gamer. Okay, well. Oh, millionaire deal to stream on Mixer and came back. Oh, that is wild. Jeez Louise. I mean, hey, this is what happens when you dedicate your time to Twitch streaming instead of a job. And not that it isn't a job, it's a lot of work. But this is why I don't think I will ever become Twitch partner, because it is a lot of work. But if you get that many subs, do you need to work? I guess different kind of work. Yeah. But yeah, stay safe, Patrick. That is a lot. That is rough. 11:48 in the UK yesterday. Ew. I know at Iowa State, they've been testing all of the students who are coming in. And so what they've been doing is they'll test all of the students, and then when they test all of said students, they if you have the virus, they're just putting you in like separate housing, and it's like a very weird quarantine level of things, of quarantined housing for people who do have the virus, which I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of scary. But I think they said of the 3,000 people they tested, 66 had the virus, which is not great percentage-wise. But yeah. Should get 30 million in 1 year with the Mixer deal. Came back and signed with Twitch. That is wild. Hope he's donating some and giving some away. I think it's important to do that, because what's the point of riches if others can't benefit? Your college isn't doing anything like that for COVID? Oh no. Do classes usually start? Yeah, I remember, I think I would usually move in around August 15th for classes. So yeah, usually there's like move into the dorms and stuff in mid to late August, and then classes start end of August, early September. My boss called and I had to mute the stream. What was going on in your phone? Oh, no, that was just me showing that I wanted to make a TikTok that made sense with this. I can make a career here, but it's a whole life at that point. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've known some people who do that, but I don't know if I would want my whole life to be online, you know? Like, it's fun watching other streamers, because you can kind of go in and out, and like normally when I'm watching a stream, as I'm sure many of you are doing, you're probably doing something in addition to watching this. You're not just sitting and watching. But when you're actually doing the streaming, you are on and you are in and you are watching this, and that is a lot. It's a lot of time being on, and I don't think I could dedicate an entire life for that, for sure. Let's see. Only now if we got into uni, we choose the first week in September, then classes start the week right after. Then you have to decide your whole life in those 8 days. Lovely. You're sitting and watching. Wow, thanks. I mean, I'll take it. I appreciate it. Seems like Russia skipped the third phase of testing of the vaccine, though. You're sitting and watching. Hi, Z. Play Fall Guys. It's tempting. Maybe I'll do a quick round of Fall Guys while we're right before I go on to the Twilio stream. What do you think? What is my IQ? I don't know. I want to say, I don't know. I took a test once, and I was just like, I'm happy with that. And then, like, I never did anything with it. Okay, if we're doing Fall Guys, 1 second, let me set it up, and let's try this. You can watch me get angry. I should play Fall Guys on the Twilio stream, just not this time. Okay. And before Mensa. Yeah, I'm not talking about Mensa. I took an online IQ test and it said I failed. Sucks. Okay, let's see. Fall Guys is loaded. I'm getting it over here. Looking for a game to capture. There it is. Hey. Okay. Let's try it. Is the music really loud? Let me know if it is. But this is a JavaScript stream, I promise. Okay. Is there a coding quotient? Probably not. This game does have great music. I do like the music a lot. I am... so interestingly enough, you say nice JS UI. There actually was an HTML UI in the game Fall Guys, and they had to get rid of it because people were hacking the game. Okay. I am not confident in my skills here. You're about to see me get upset, probably. Okay, yeah, this is the Pokemon game, for sure. I like to hang back a tiny bit on this at first. Oh, nice! All of these. No! 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 Oh my gosh, I am dead last. Oh my gosh. Yes, I think I passed up some people with that jump. Oh my gosh. No! No, 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 no! Dang it! Stop it! No! Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. I hate that people pull you. Am I gonna make it? Yeah, I'll make it. Woo! Round one. All right. Are those other people? Yeah, I'm playing against, I think it's 60 people total. And then we get knocked out until there's only one. I've never won. Time check. Thank you for checking. As soon as I'm done with this game, I'll switch over to the Twilio one. Okay. You love my keyboards. Thank you. I love them too. Yesterday, my Fall Guys stream, I was very upset the entire time. People saw some rage levels that I don't normally show. It doesn't randomly knock people out. No, this game is called Fall Guys. You just keep playing and survive. In this level, if you time it right, the game can like kind of carry you. Right here, then right here, and then right here. Yes! Okay, so now I can kind of be ahead, and then I like to jump up here and do that. Strategy. Okay. Now we'll see. I'm gonna try the middle thing here. If I can do the middle, that would be a miracle, because I've been able to do it in the past. No! Nope, 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 dang it! No! Gosh darn it! Oh, but hey, that actually kind of worked out, because I made it to one of the checkpoints. Hang on one second, let me jump! No! No! Darn it! Ah! Okay, okay. Wait, what direction? I was going backwards! Why did that happen? I was doing so well, and I am mad. Okay. I'm so upset. Oh, okay. No, no! I got too cocky. I was so confident and I wrecked myself. I'm so... No! Gosh darn it. I am so upset. I'm so mad. Thank you for your Fs in the chat. I appreciate your paying respects. I'm so mad. At least I've made it to level 4. Woohoo! Wow, I'm mad. Well, with that, I'm gonna stop because I have to go over for tech check with the Twilio stream. What? Sorry about the looking for game thing. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, fam. This ended up not being as much coding as we normally do, but it was fun chatting. Yeah, don't tempt me to do one more, because I will, but I have to do things. But I'm going to jump over to the Twilio stream now. I don't think they're going for a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is, there's this fun, very serene stream. Hello, Mayuko. I'm going to go and raid her channel. You can hang out there, and if you'd like to come and join us at 2:30, we'd love to have you. So that'll be at the Twilio stream, so twitch.tv/Twilio. That'll be at 2:30, so in a half hour. And then until then, I'm gonna raid. And it was lovely hanging out with all of you. Thanks again for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Okay, raiding. Hello, Mayuko. All right, here we go. Bye, everybody. See ya.